Welcome all. My name is Atisha Bhoir, lecturer from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. We are studying Computer Peripheral and Hardware Maintenance (CPH). Subject code is 22013. Now we'll continue with the chapter 3, part 3 video of chapter 3. In the part 1 and part 2 we have seen what are the different types of processor, then what is cache memory. Now in this chapter we will see the next part of the chapter 3. System bus. So what is system bus? The system bus is a pathway composed of cables and connectors used to carry data between a computer microprocessor and the main memory. Means what? System bus is in the computer, okay? Now, why system bus is used? System bus is used to provide the data, or you can say it is used to transfer the data between the microprocessor and the main memory. Means if processor wants any data from main memory, then processor will take the help of system bus to get that data. So between microprocessor and main memory there is a system bus which is used to transfer the data between them. मीन्स अगर माइक्रोप्रोसेसर एंड मेन मेमोरी में सिस्टम बस है जो माइक्रोप्रोसेसर से मेन मेमोरी को डेटा देता है एंड मेन मेमोरी से माइक्रोप्रोसेसर को. सो सिस्टम बस इज यूज टू ट्रांसफर द डेटा बिटवीन प्रोसेसर एंड मेन मेमोरी. माइक्रोप्रोसेसर इज नथिंग बट योर कंप्यूटर्स प्रोसेसर CPU. ओके, सो CPU से डेटा सेंड करने का काम मेन मेमोरी तक कौन करता है? सिस्टम बस. एंड देन मेन मेमोरी से डेटा प्रोसेसर तक सेंड करने का काम कौन करता है? सिस्टम बस. मीन्स इट इज यूज टू ट्रांसफर द डेटा बिटवीन देम. The bus provides a communication path for the data and control signals moving between the major components of the computer system. Means it is used as a communication path of the data, and then it control the signal between the major components of the computer system. Okay, so overall system bus is used to transfer the data between processor and main memory. Now the next is multi-core processor. Now what are the different types of multi-core processor? We have seen the processor, right? So in processor there is only one chip. In the figure you can see there are two black color chips. So this is multi-core. It has two cores. Multi-core means what? It has two cores, two processor cores. In the simple processor, in the common processor, there is only one core. But in the multi-core processor, there are two cores. A multi-core processor is a single computing component comprised of two or more CPUs that read and execute the actual program instructions. Means what? In the common processor, there is only one CPU chip. But in multi-core processor there are two CPU chips. As you can see in the image, there are two CPU chips. So what is the advantage of it? It can read and execute data more faster, right? If you have two chips, then you assign a task to one chip and you assign a task to second chip. So data transfer operations of processors will be fast, right? प्रोसेसर का जो ऑपरेशन है वो फास्ट हो जाएगा, बिकॉज अगर दो CPU चिप है तो वो ज़्यादा फास्ट वर्क करेगा, राइट? द इंडिविजुअल कोर्स कैन एग्जीक्यूट मल्टीपल इंस्ट्रक्शन इन अ पैरेलल. मीन्स जो वन कोर है वो एक ही टाइम पे मल्टीपल इंस्ट्रक्शंस को एग्जीक्यूट कर सकता है, इंक्रीजिंग द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर इज इन रिटर्न टू टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ द यूनिक आर्किटेक्चर. So because of this, it increase the performance of the software, right? If you have two cores, then obviously performance will be increased. Then a single processor multi-core is better. Multi-core technology refers to CPU that contain two or more processing cores. These cores operate as separate processor within a single chip. Single chip में one core is a separate processor and second core is a separate processor. Means what? There are two processors. Okay, so by using multiple core, processor manufacturer can increase the performance of the CPU without raising the processor clock speed. Means what? Processor manufacturer can increase the performance. It will increase the performance of the CPU. Because of multiple core, obviously performance will be increased, right? Without raising the clock speed. CPU का clock speed नहीं बढ़ाया तो भी प्रोसेसर का स्पीड इंक्रीज होगा बिकॉज वी हैव 2 CPU चिप्स. As you can see in the image, there are 2 CPU chips. So we can assign the task to one chip and second chip at a time. So performance will be increased. Now the question is, what are multi-core processor good for? So answer is, a CPU that offers a multiple cores may perform significantly better than a single core CPU of the same speed. Means what? Same speed का single core processor and same speed का multi-core processor. So multi-core processor will be fast than a single core. Multiple cores allow PC to run multiple processes at the same time with the greater ease. Means what? अगर multiple core वाला processor है, so it will do the processes. It can do the processes at the same time with the greater ease, increasing your performance when multitasking or under the demands of powerful apps and programs. It will increase your performance. It will increase the performance of the processes. So at the same time it can do multiple tasks. Which application use multiple cores? So there are different applications which uses multiple cores. Like the following are examples of CPU hungry applications that can take advantage of multiple cores. CPU hungry applications means what? जैसे जो एप्लीकेशन को ज़्यादा CPU लगता है, मतलब ज़्यादा CPU का यूज़ होता है. अगर कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है जिसको CPU का हेल्प और CPU ज़्यादा लगता है, उसको बोलते हैं CPU हंग्री एप्लीकेशंस. मीन्स प्रोसेसर का यूज़ जो सॉफ्टवेयर को ज़्यादा होता है, that is CPU hungry applications. So there are different CPU hungry applications, and that CPU hungry application are using the multiple cores. Photo and video editing apps. So it includes Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, iMovie, 3D modeling and rendering programs, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, graphics intensive games जैसे Overwatch, Star Wars Battlefront. So these are some applications which uses multiple cores because they are CPU hungry applications and they require processor more. So because of it, if single core is there, then they will be slow, and if multiple core is there, then their application will be fast. So that's why multiple core is better for these applications. Now the next is 2 core is better than 4 core? So जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा अभी तक कि multiple core means what? More than 1 core. So in the image we have seen there are 2 cores, right? In this image we have seen there are 2 cores, but there can be 4 cores also. Okay, so in the second image you can see there are more than 4 cores. So question is, it is saying is 2 core is better than 4 core? 2 कोर बेटर है क्या 4 कोर से? सो क्वेश्चन का आंसर हम लोगों को पहले ही पता है कि 4 कोर ही बेटर रहेगा. 2 कोर से ज़्यादा 4 कोर ही बेटर रहेगा बिकॉज 2 कोर्स पे हम लोग 2 ही CPU चिप रहेंगे, राइट? सो 4 कोर्स पे 4 CPU चिप रहेंगे, तो 4 कोर वाला जो प्रोसेसर है वो ज़्यादा अच्छे से परफॉर्म करेगा इंस्टेड ऑफ 2 कोर्स, राइट? सो यू कैन डू विद द ड्यूअल कोर और क्वाड कोर. सो 2 कोर्स को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? ड्यूअल कोर. बट 4 कोर को हम लोग क्या बोलेंगे? क्वाड कोर. ओके, बट इट माइट परफॉर्म बेटर विद द क्वाड कोर प्रोसेसर सिंस इच टास्क कैन बी असाइन 1 कोर एट अ टाइम. मीन्स 1 कोर एट अ टाइम पे वो टास्क परफॉर्म करता है. So however, for most daily tasks and basic multitasking, there won't be much difference in performance from having more than 2 cores. Means इतना ज़्यादा performance में difference नहीं होता 2 cores and 4 core के. 2 core perform करता ही है, 4 core अच्छे से करेगा, but इतना ज़्यादा difference नहीं होता 2 cores and 4 cores. If you can have 2 cores, then it will be better. 4 cores is much better, but not much performance difference. Okay. So next question is, how many cores can Windows 10 use? So Windows 10 ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम कितने कोर्स ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा यूज़ कर पाता है? सो आंसर इज़ 32 कोर. Windows 10 support maximum of 2 physical CPUs, but the number of logical processors or cores varies based on the processor architecture. प्रोसेसर के आर्किटेक्चर पे वो डिपेंड है. ऐसे नहीं कि विंडोज़ 10 है मतलब पहले से 32 कोर हो. यू कैन ऐड 32 कोर टू द विंडोज़ 10. मतलब विंडोज़ 10 ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जो है वहाँ पे तुम 32 कोर्स यूज़ कर सकते हो. इट इज़ कंपैटिबल फॉर दैट. A maximum 32 course is supported in 32-bit version of Windows 8. So Windows 8 के 32-bit वर्जन पे भी हम लोग 32 कोर्स यूज़ कर सकते हैं. Whereas 256 कोर्स आर सपोर्टेड इन द 64-bit वर्जन. बट 64-bit अगर वर्जन है विंडोज़ 8 का, विंडोज़ 8 का अगर 64-bit वर्जन है ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का, तो हम लोग 256 कोर्स यूज़ कर सकते हैं एट अ टाइम. सो this is how multi-core system works. Okay, so the next part of the chapter 3 we will discuss in the next video. Next part of the chapter 3 we will discuss in the part 4 video of chapter 3. Thank you.